What's up, guys? It's your boy Ruben. New week, new video. Happy Friday, great weekend, and definitely another Knicks production. The reason I say that is because we're gonna talk Knicks, and if you're getting tired of the Knicks, that's tough because I don't think anything happens in the NBA without the New York Knicks saying so at this point right now. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a Knicks fan. I'm saying that because I don't think anything happens until we get Donovan Mitchell or decline for Donovan Mitchell and let it be known that we're not moving forward with Donovan Mitchell. So here's the deal. Utah wants to get rid of Donovan Mitchell. They've already put it out there. But the Rudy Gobert thing messed everything up because they got too many picks and players. And so now they think Donovan Mitchell should command 7-8 picks. I've been going back and forth with some Miami Heat fans because Miami Heat is the only competition for Donovan Mitchell as far as I can see. There's maybe a little bit of competition from the Nets, but I don't see that happening because ultimately the Utah Jazz want picks. The Nets don't have them. They traded a bunch of picks for James Harden, and so that leaves the Knicks, who have 8 tradable picks and have 11 first-round picks in the next 7 years or something like that. So we're able to outbid everybody when it comes to draft picks. We have no competition. The 7 or 8 picks, I hear that we turn down or we decline an offer of Donovan Mitchell for Obi Toppin, Emmanuel Quickley, Quentin Grimes, and 6 first-round picks. I've been going back and forth, and I told people, like, listen, they're not getting 6 first-round picks from us. They're not getting 6 first-round picks from us and those 3 players. Okay? If they do get 6 first-round picks, which I don't think it's going to cost 6 because we, again, I repeat, don't have any competition, and some of these people are disillusioned and thinking, well, you have to because of what? Because Miami, who's our only competition, can only offer 3. And 2 of those 3 are at the end of the fucking decade. Just think about that. The GM, Danny Ainge, if things don't go well, might not be able to even be there because he might be fired by the time he can do anything with those picks. They do him no good, all right? New York has the amount of picks that they want. We can give them a good 5. If they do get 6, then they're going to have to take a player off the list, all right? Quentin Grimes is given that that's what we're going to do. He's going to be in the deal. Now, what we're trying to figure out is, can we get them to take Julius Randle? Can we get them to take Evan Fournier? Can we get them to take Derrick Rose? And who the third person might be if there is going to be a third person. But you keep bringing up these picks and you're going to have to take some players off the board or take one of these players that we don't want anymore. So those are, basically what my thoughts are on that. There's no competition for us to come up off 7 picks. And if we come up off 7 picks, you're taking Julius Randle straight up. And some of those picks are going to be the protected picks. And I would love it because we can survive trading that many picks and we would have all our youth on the roster, which gives us so much flexibility to do things. So ultimately, I think this trade is going to cost us Quentin Grimes. That's a given. We're trying to figure out what veteran they're going to take. Is it Fournier? Is it Rose? I doubt they want Julius Randle. If in my perfect world, we find a way to keep Obi Toppin and Cam Reddish. I love me some Emmanuel Quickley, but he and Quentin Grimes are the most expendable in this situation. Do you really need Quickley when you have Jalen Brunson and Donovan Mitchell? I'm not sure you want that many small guards. I mean, I'm not saying I wouldn't keep him here if possible, but Obi Toppin would be the most necessary player that I'd like to see us keep. And like I said, nothing goes down until this gets figured out because this is what's holding up, I think, the KD situation, because none of the young teams want to trade for KD, and then the upper echelon teams think they might have a shot at a younger star in Donovan Mitchell, but they don't have the picks to come up with for it. Now, Utah can't really afford to go into the season with Donovan Mitchell because it's clear they want to tank. So something's going to happen soon. It's even been rumored that it's already happened and they're just ironing out details and they just haven't announced it yet. So what do you guys think is going down? Did Miami manage to get the steal from us? Did New York cough up the 5, 6, 7 picks? I don't think they did. I personally think they asked for 7 picks in those teams and those players, and Leon Rose gave them the fuck out of here and hung up on them. That's what I think. Let me know what y'all think. Remember to like, subscribe, and definitely share the video. Appreciate all the support. But those are my thoughts on the Donovan Mitchell situation. Actually, let me add a little bit more to it because a lot of people seem to think, what are we doing getting 6'1" guards, 2 of them, and we're going to pair them up in the backcourt? What I would say is, don't be so close-minded. All right, first off, this isn't the only domino that's going to fall. And you have to think beyond just this year, okay? Bring the star in, and I don't think you guys realize how good Donovan Mitchell is. I think we're bringing in a special player. I know he's 6'1", and that's why people are turning their nose down on him. But remember, this was a kid that was dragging Bojan Bogdanovic and Joe Ingles to the #1 seed, okay? Utah and the corpse that is Mike Conley at this point. Now, Utah wasn't the #1 seed last year, but they were the year before. Last year, there was still a playoff team, and they were upset by the Dallas Mavericks. But I think the writing was on the wall for that. That team was ready to kind of be blown up. My point is, that Utah Jazz that was the #1 seed in the West, I think we provide more talent and athleticism to a team surround Donovan Mitchell with, and we're not done building. So I mean, let's not look at it glass half empty like a lot of these guys are doing. And I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm thinking about how do we match up against a Milwaukee, right? The Nets look like they about to self-implode. But how do we match up against a team like Milwaukee with their size, and how will we defend it? I think the thought process should be more like, we become such a much more explosive team in this regard that maybe we dictate to them. And we have a defensive-minded coach, and we have a 7-footer with athleticism to kind of hold down the defensive front. RJ Barrett could take the next step. What if Cam Reddish turns into Paul George, like we all hope so, right? You never know. And then again, you have to think beyond this year. If it doesn't work, who's to say we don't flip Jalen Brunson for a bigger guard? Who's to say that we don't get rid of Fournier, Rose, and Julius Randle's contract, and next thing you know, we're a player in free agency again next year? Come on, guys. Think long term. Bring the star in. We'll figure it out later. Once the star is here, and we're showing that we're here to be competitive, and we might be a piece or two away, they'll come. And then the sky's the limit. All right? Again, those are my thoughts. Hit your boy up. Let me know what y'all think. Peace.